Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID 19. In the process of revision of the chapter Physical Features of India, we completed the topic Northern Plains in the previous module. Here we are going to start, or you can say, discuss about the Peninsular Plateau. So let us begin, students. Peninsular Plateau. The Peninsular Plateau is the a tableland. Tableland, you know that is usually like this. From the top, it look like a table. So it is believed, or it is looking like a table. So and composed of old crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic rock. Igneous, you know that igneous is that type of rock which is formed due to cooling of lava comes out from the volcano or the earth first time cooled, and after transformation of this igneous rock the type of rock form that is metamorphic rock. So this peninsular plateau is made up of that kind of rock. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land and thus making it part of oldest landmass. Here in this figure you can see this was a single landmass about 20 million years earlier, a single landmass Pangea, and that was broken into number of pieces. And in those number of pieces, there was a very large landmass Gondwana land. So out of this Gondwana land, a part of land separated, and that was, you can say, this land was attracted toward that, and the India or Indian subcontinent is part of that Gondwana land only. Here, this landmass you can see. Okay, this is the Indian part. Now, the plateau has broad and shallow valley rounded hills. Rounded hills, you know that. Maybe that mountain was earlier in the form of pointed peaks, but after a long period of time, the peaks have been eroded by the weathering agents, and that peaks are not present, so that mountain, that region is looking in the form of rounded hills. This plateau is consist of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highland and the Deccan Plateau. So here in this map you can see the Central Highland. So this range is mainly known as Central Highland, and this part is known as Deccan Plateau. These all are peninsular plateau, but this one, the southern part is Deccan Plateau, as here written also Deccan Plateau, and this is the Central Highland, including that Malwa Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau, and Vindhyan Range. The part of Peninsular Plateau lying to the north of Narmada River. Narmada River, here you can see. This is the Narmada River, covering a major area of the Malwa Plateau, is known as the Central Highland. So, north of the Narmada River, so whatever these landmass you can see, these are referred as the Central Highland. The Vindhyan range is bounded by the Satpura range on the south. Here Satpura range is there, and the Aravalli range on the northward. So here Aravalli range is there. The further westward extension gradually merges with the sandy rocky desert of Rajasthan. So if you go further in northward, so you'll find the Great Indian Desert. The flow of the river draining this region, namely the Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, and Kane. If you see the rivers in this range, Chambal, Son River, Kane River, Betwa River, Chambal. So all these rivers are showing in this map. You can see कि these all are going to meet the Yamuna and Ganga river. So this is showing the slope of this region. कि this area is having slope from this part to northward. Generally we think there is slope from the Himalaya toward the south, but here in this region the slope is looking from south to north, and only this region is there where the rivers are moving in this direction. Otherwise, almost all other region, all the rivers are moving from north to south to meet the sea and ocean. The central highlands are wider in the west but narrower in the east. Central highland, you can see it is wider in the west. This is the width in this central highland, and narrower in the east. This part you can see how narrower it is. The eastward extension of this plateau are locally known as the Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. The eastward extension of this plateau, eastward extension, locally known as Bundelkhand and Baghelkhand. The Chota Nagpur Plateau marks the further eastward extension, drained by Damodar River. So this particular region is known as Chota Nagpur Plateau, and it is end of the plateau region in the eastern side. The western Ghats are higher than the eastern Ghats. Western Ghats, you know, these are the western Ghats. And if you see in the map by the color, this is showing that darker color is the higher slopes, and the lighter color are the lesser altitude in comparison to the darker. So that way the western Ghats here you can see the with dark color, not these lines. These lines are showing mountain ranges. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meter as against 600 meters of the eastern Ghats. So if you will compare the average height or elevation, so eastern Ghats are the edge are the last end of that plateau region. Yeah, you may say in Hindi that Kinara. So that eastern Ghats are having the elevation about 600 meter average, and the western Ghats 900 to 1600. The eastern Ghat stretch from Mahanadi Valley to Nilgiri in the south. Mahanadi Valley, you can see here. This is the Mahanadi region, and Nilgiris. And this region is there. The Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular, dissected by rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. If you see in this map, these number of lines are showing the rivers originating from the Western Ghats and moving toward east to meet the Bay of Bengal region. That shows that this Eastern Ghats are dissected by the rivers, number of places cut by the river system. Here in the map, lesser number of river has been shown for the clarity of the map, but number of rivers are there. The Western Ghats cause orographic rain by facing the rain-bearing moist wind to rise along the western slopes of Ghat. If you see these western slopes, and generally wind come to India from southwest direction to our country, and this western Ghat is having higher elevation. So as the moist wind reaches to this region, they collide with the hills and move up and cause good rain in the windward side, and the rain on the windward side of the hill is known as orographic rain. The Western Ghats are known by different local names. Western Ghats different local names you can see here in the map it is given. The Konkan, the northernmost extent, and then here Malabar coast name is given here. The highest The height of the Western Ghats progressively increases from north to south. If we move from north to south, by the color also we can see the colors are becoming darker. So in that way, the height of the mountains in this range, in this area, are increasing. The highest peak include Anaimudi 2695 meter in this area, this range. In the map you can see that Anaimudi, this range is located here. And the Doda Beta 2637 meters. Mahendragiri 1501 meters is the highest peaks in the Eastern Ghat. So in the Eastern Ghat, the Mahendragiri Parvat, Mahendragiri mountain is the highest peak. Shivrai Hills and Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghats. If you look at the hill station of Udagamandalam, popularly known as Ooty, and Kodaikanal, one of the distinct features of the Peninsular Plateau is black soil area, or known as Deccan Trap. So the black soil region in this Deccan Plateau region is known as Deccan Trap. This is of volcanic origin. Volcanic origin means that rock is made up means that rock is igneous rock, and that is formed due to the volcanic eruption. Actually, these rocks have denuded over times and are responsible for the formation of black soil. So, with the passage of time, that igneous rock has been decomposed by the weathering agents and now that has been converted into the black soil. The Aravalli Hills lie on the western and northwestern margin of the Peninsular Plateau. Aravalli Hills here, these are highly eroded hills and are found as broken hills. These are not uniform. That hills are many places broken, or you can say eroded by the weathering agent. So that way these are not looking uniform. They extend from Gujarat to Delhi. Means their extent is from Gujarat to Delhi region. Thank you, students. This was all about the Peninsular Plateau given in your syllabus. So we'll meet with the next topic in the next module. Till then, student, bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice day.